Hey everybody, it's Tammy. I'm not dead. Welcome to the Calamitous Conservatory, where I've set up a very quick temporary filming area because it's a nice day. It is well lit. I am here. Cinder is here. Say hello, Cinder. No. I am filming this quick vlog because I recently got a haul of Bionicle stuff with some unexpected contents inside. Let's take a look. So we have got a Tanmar, nothing very remarkable about that. Power from 2008, nothing very remarkable about that. Vastus from the Praetorian Legends, interesting build interpretation there from the seller. Almost complete Toa Iruni. And then we've got a couple of curiosities. This is ostensibly Toa Vakama, but if you've got a good eye, you'll already note that there are some things a bit off about this model. And that's because this Vakama and this Toa Onawa are knockoffs. They're not made by Lego, they are made by a toy company on the cheap as illegal counterfeits. I didn't know that these were knockoffs when I bought the bundles. It's slightly annoying, but I think they're interesting. I want to go over some of the details. These sets have some differences that are obvious and some that are not so obvious. The first one I'm going to talk about is these socket pieces. They're kind of rubbish, but they're also kind of ingenious. The people who designed this clearly knew that they couldn't match Lego's tolerances, engineering tolerances, so they designed the socket deliberately with this slight gap in the middle. I guess so that they could kind of thicken it and reinforce it, but still give some space where it could kind of give kind of a workaround for Lego's way. And the funny thing is, it actually works a lot better than the 2008 design that Lego came up with, that of course broke all the time. Also, there's just a whole bunch of quality issues. Like, these parts are very rough, some of them. Like, these sockets here are kind of filled in, and just a lot of very rough nubbins. The sockets aren't perfect. Like, these ones at the bottom are definitely, it's a bit of a precarious situation getting them to stand up. But for knockoffs, I gotta admit that the quality's not too bad. Some of these pieces are clearly really rough. You know, these connector parts are so tight once they're in, you can't really even get them out. Yeah, anything that requires any real like precise engineering tolerance, these pieces don't really have. But what's weirder still is these masks. You might not have noticed, but they have a slightly different finish to the rest of the sets, and that's because they're painted. I don't know why this is. Like, you know, these are clearly made out of coloured plastic, and this is made out of green. This Huna is green, which is funny because I've painted a mask this colour before. But yeah, then they've just chucked this thick paint on the top, and the paint application is not even that good. Like, you can see it. You can see it here, and just at the edges, it's really bizarre. But yeah, this one has a slightly pinkish hue compared to it, and this one, Onawa's Kamau here, is even weirder because this is kind of a darker, more chocolatey, almost purpley brown than the rest of the body. And on the inside, it's kind of a whitish tan. I'm really fascinated as to why these were moulded in completely different colours when they were clearly able to make the rest of the model correct. Maybe they, I don't know, maybe they wanted to churn these masks out in various different colours? I don't know. It's very bizarre. But to show some of the other differences, I'm going to need to bring in the original sets. So firstly, I'm going to bring in my real Toa Onawa here. He's got some recolours here, the socket pieces, don't worry about that. But the moment I put them together, you can see that the browns are just very, very different. You know, again, this is more of a darker kind of purple. In fact, I think a lot of people would probably have preferred something like this than the kind of the new Metru kind of washed out brown that we got. Just speaking of tolerances here, like these pins aren't really holding the chest in very well. So yeah, like the colour is quite off, although still looks fine. This Vakama that I really like because it's almost entirely in matte red, which is of course much brighter than the Vakama that we know in dark red. This also shows how these shoulder pieces are way more curved and flattened than the real pieces that are much more bulky and rounded. I don't know why that is. Maybe the design got squashed. Maybe they had a limit on like how thick they can make the part or something. But yeah, that is probably the most egregious difference in size between two different parts, or in shape. Other than that, they really do seem to be almost verbatim molds. Part of the reason why this might actually be particularly useful for me is because I've been working on a Toa Duma mock, and a matter red torso piece would be just what I need. This one's spray painted. I will have to look at the two of them. Actually, just comparing the two now, it might not be as visible on camera, but the real thing, the real matter red, at least taken from Hero Factory sets, is a lot brighter than this, but it's still good to have the option. Anyway, I thought those were interesting. I hope you did too. I know there's much wilder, like, bootlegs out there, but I just wasn't expecting these. And thankfully, I got a really good deal, so I'm not too fussed to get these in my bundle of otherwise legit sets. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you sometime. Take care. Bye.